Kirk Lippold is a military analyst and retired U.S. Navy commander of the USS Cole. Kirk, the briefing today for the commander-in-chief about additional options, what do you think is going to happen here?
Well, I think when you look at it, Jesse, the president always considers options. And I think at the end of the day, Admiral Cooper sat down and said, Mr. President, here are the options we have to strike the final blow if necessary. Because at this point, Iran is backed into a corner. The reality of it is the Ayatollah doesn't matter anymore. The IRGC has taken over the government, the military, the economy. They own it in toto. They are no longer a theocracy. They are a thugocracy because the military is running everything. They are now the target, and I'm sure that Admiral Cooper laid out a very distinct set of target options available for the president as commander-in-chief, and he's going to execute it. 60-day clock, it isn't going to matter, because at the end of the day, the president has a constitutional responsibility for the national security of the United States, and to date, he has executed it almost flawlessly.
Would you, if you were in charge or advising the president, would you say wait until the blockade really implodes the country? Or would you say, you know what, they need a little extra encouragement, finish off the target list, and see if that drives them back to the negotiating table?
I think at the end of the day, Jesse, what you're going to see is between the military and the commander-in-chief, they're going to pick the correct timing. We want to do it when we think it is going to have the maximum impact on the Iranian leadership and especially the IRGC to ensure that they understand we are here for the duration. We are going to ensure that you do not get a nuclear weapon nor have any nuclear program because you've shown that you're irresponsible with it. We need to also press for the ballistic missile program to be dismantled, proxy groups to be done, and the Strait of Hormuz to be open. Whatever is going to achieve those options and the timing for doing it, the president is going to execute it with a larger strategic picture in mind because we've watched it now with Venezuela and what's going to happen with the oil there in due course when they rebuild that industry, the UAE pulling out of OPEC. When you look at it, do you think that NVIDIA chip exchange that occurred back in October last year, this was part of a strategic plan that the president is executing to build a better world, and he's just doing exactly that. And taking down Iran's nuclear program is just another step in that long chess game.
Yeah, you cannot have all this AI that we sold our friends in the Middle East. You can't have Iran nuclear blackmailing all of our best customers in that region. It's unacceptable. You heard about some of the targeting deck that's still on the table, the leadership, even an assault on the coastline to secure the strait. Do you foresee that happening, a ground assault on the strait, or just more airstrikes?
I would think we're going to see just airstrikes. I don't think we're going to actually get into a ground assault itself. I think one of the key things that need to happen is when you're looking at how we're going to even negotiate with the Iranians at this point, we really need to pull it out of Pakistan. They've never been our friend. They've never been a good ally. They have killed hundreds of Americans through the Taliban in Afghanistan. So the reality is they should have never been a player to begin with. Let's give it to Abu Dhabi. Let's give it to the UAE and make sure that they are now going to become the broker and the king player in the Middle East itself, because they are proving to be an incredible ally. But at the end of the day, Jesse, we're going to execute a plan that is going to disable the Iranian from being able to project any power to the Strait of Hormuz and throughout the Middle East.
Yeah, the president's driving a pretty hard line, and I think that's the key to this. Kirk, thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.